Hey guys, H here. The game finally finished downloading, so I've been running back and forth here, grinding this area. My characters are level 11, and oh my god, let me tell you, that just like took 8 hours. They really punish you for trying to
Are you
grind,
just
like
going to keep
even like
standing around or what?
Sorry,
monsters are the
just
same
getting
level
prepped over
as you.
here.
You get very little experience.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr! Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
Should this really be here?
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balseph.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay? Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renan clothing.
What?
I could find you some Danon outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Oh my god, she's so much uptight.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan.
Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nate and see what he says?
Yeah,
He's our
but it'll be
one-stop
better
shop
if
for
you
info
wear
around here.
the local
With any
clothing
luck,
so you don't
he
stand
might just
stand
know
out as
something.
much. If you wore Renan clothing. What the hell? Oh god, no. That what the green thing means? That's a weird background music sound. It's like, Lord, that's an instrument?
Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
That's
wonder
an
if something
annoying sound
happened.
now. That got old real fast.
Hey. Yes! I guess.
Oh, this is how they do side quests?
Got it.
Yeah, okay, subquests, yeah, so that's this is how they do side quests.
I had no idea the Crimson Crows were so active.
You sound pretty thrilled by that.
Thrilled? Maybe. But
Ooh, a store. Oh, this is stupid. No healing items, really? No equipment, nothing. What kind of stupid store is this, man?
Settle for hopeful. We know now that not
garbage.
everyone is rolling over for the Renans. Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Danans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do. And I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
Alright, so... let's do a star on him. So, how do I select like the side quests?
Right, here goes!
Mega Ray!
Flash! Crush! Hit! Flash! Swallow blade!
Oh yeah, I don't have 3 people anymore.
Looks like it could be worth something.
What? They're all dead? How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there!
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on! Xion, do something!
It's no use. He's already dead.
Damn them! They've killed so many
Wait,
of us, and
but
it's
she can
still not
resurrect
enough.
people.
They
She has
won't be
art that can
satisfied
resurrect
until
people.
they've
What the hell?
wiped us all out like pests.
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is this a cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
If I had to guess, he put it there to make sure a Renan wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it. I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No. Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
We'll make sure it wasn't in vain. If nothing else, this proves that the Renans can be outsmarted. We'll carry out your will, and see it through to the end.
Then we'd better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
So this is what it means to fight the Renans.
Sounds like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
Emblem obtained. What is this? I can't do anything to confirm? Oh. As you fulfill certain requirements for each of your characters, you'll earn titles for them, which unlock arts and skills that they can learn, making fights easier. You can view the unlock requirements for each skill panel. Ah, finally. You can spend skill points to learn arts and skills from the unlocked titles, which grant powerful effects, making it worth your while to spend SP early and often. The skill panel can be accessed directly from the D-pad. A perfect evade or thing triggers a counter attack. Wow, that's expensive, man. They already have this? I can't get it. Sonic Thrust. Ah, the staple, that's always been in it pretty much every Tales game. Alright, for her. Guts. Ooh. Fireball. I don't want to be near death, Jesus. Guts is good, just in case like I get hit by a big attack.
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renan armored soldiers. All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renan equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn Bright Eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzebek, you'll find the Fagin ruins. There's some kind of old Renan castle out there. What with it being impenetrable, I forgot. But with a Renan tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renan rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Danon garbs.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes. Now let's move.
Okay, where am I going? Over on to the left, I'm guessing. Just looking for items, that's all. Cause there's no freaking store here. Okay, new area.
Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
Am I really doing this for some lousy cloak? There's Sugals here too?
Hey!
Right.
Just a minute.
Boost attack. You can summon allies in combat to use their unique boost attacks. Once the boost gauge is filled, press the corresponding directional button to execute. Use can be followed up with more attacks afterwards and restore AG when used. Although the boost gauge fills up automatically over time, it can be filled up faster by landing attacks and counter edges on enemies as well. Iron Master initiates brute force swing that can down most any enemy. Use it to get allies out of deep trouble and create openings for additional attacks.
With that blade and your strength, the average Zoogle shouldn't be a problem, right?
I'll give it a shot.
Rising Viper! Sturda!
Magna Ray!
This one's mine! You're mine!
Shion's boost attack. When clip fires numerous beams of light from the muzzle of Shion's rifle, effective on aerial enemies and temporarily restricts the flight abilities and downs them.
Flyers!
This one's mine. I'll shoot them down. Let the marksman handle this.
Sturda!
And where are you going?
You're on!
Magna Ray!
It's on!
Jesus, man.
This one's mine!
Magna Ray! This is it!
I can't cast my new skill. These keep coming after me.
I never miss! Magna Ray! A hard-won victory. victory. Ugh, you can hardly see anything from here.
Why don't we climb up higher and see if we can get a better view? So these are the Fagin ruins? How'd you figure a place like this turns derelict?
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't even know this place existed until we heard about it. All that matters to me is whether I can find anything to wear in there.
Why does she care so much about her appearance?
Did I drop down here? Oh, this is a big area. Can I zoom in? Yeah, there we go. Oh,
What a
man.
lovely view.
I gotta comb the entire area. So that wrapped around there. Look at those wolves.
There!
Yeah, they are.
Out of our way!
Rising Wyvern!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning
Take that! Come and face me! Rising Wyvern!
This could be useful.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Thanks!
Mega
Rising
Ray!
Wyvern! I'm not done! Here I
Here's
come!
a healing
Damn it!
art! First aid!
That fussing is driving me mad!
There! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
We got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! You're mine! You're finished!
Mega Ray! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.